I meant to come on this past weekend to share the story that I really enjoy from this book by Pablita Velarde. The book is called Old Father Storyteller. I'm not sure I shared the title with everyone last time, but yeah, it's called Old Father Storyteller by Pablita Velarde, which I thought was also interesting because apparently in where she's from, they don't always encourage the women to tell stories. So I feel like she really put herself in a position where she could be easily ridiculed and criticized because she did so many things that women weren't allowed to do, such as painting on canvas and sharing these stories as well. So I wanted to honor her and continue sharing her stories, because I know that even if I don't, there's going to be other people that are non-native that are sharing these stories, and they might not have the same respect or cultural, I don't know what to say, understanding, although that could be considered as well, but I don't know if they'd have the same heartfelt appreciation as another Pueblo person, at least, if not someone from her own Pueblo would. So today I wanted to read Turkey Girl. And I had meant to do this past weekend, but this past weekend I was really busy with a lot of different things, and so I didn't find the time that I had hoped I would. But I'm here now, even if I'm a day late. But here are the illustrations for Turkey Girl. I feel like she being Pablita Velarde, really went out of her way for this. The turkeys are actually taking care of her. Even if they look like they're pulling on her, they're not. The turkeys are actually very good to her. Hi, everybody who's here now. Turkey Girl. A little girl asked the old man with the kind face, "Old father, are there any little girls in the mountains?" Old father answered, "There is, Turkey Girl." The girl munched parched corn and waited for him to continue. "If you don't stop eating so much parched corn, you might turn into a little turkey yourself." He smiled as he went on. Living with her foster mother at Shupina was a young girl. For a livelihood, they depended on a flock of turkeys, which the girl had to take out every day to forage for food. She was fond of the turkeys, and found her only happiness in talking to them each day. Her foster mother was a cruel woman who had despised the child from the time she took her in, after her parents had been killed by an enemy tribe. Since no one could remember the name given to the girl by her parents, and since she had been with her turkeys from the first days she could walk, it was natural that she should be called Turkey Girl. One day, after she had reached her early maidenhood, a ceremonial was to be held at Puyi. As Turkey Girl had never been beyond the boundaries of Shupina and had never seen any kind of celebration, she asked her foster mother to take her along. The hateful woman, who cared only for the work she could get from Turkey Girl, sneered, "You go to the ceremonial with me? Look at you. Your hair is crawling with lice, and your dress is dirty. Turkey Girl, why, the very name you have makes you smell like one. No, you can't come with me. Go and tend to your turkeys." With that, she left her Puyi and the celebration, while poor miserable Turkey Girl returned to her birds. After she got them to their grazing place, she sat down and cried, pouring out words of grief between sobs. The turkeys listened. Then one of the older birds gobbled, and at this signal, they began to pull her matted hair and pick out the lice. Upon being attacked in this manner, she thought, "Now even the birds don't like me. Let them kill me, for I want to die." The turkeys tried to be gentle in their task, but it was not easy. And here's an illustration of Turkey Girl taking a bath, and the turkeys are actually getting items ready for her, such as her white moccasins, a new manta, traditional belt, So they're not trying to hurt her. They just don't know how to be as gentle to human skin. After finishing, they all headed for the river, and because she feared what her foster mother would do if she lost one bird, Turkey Girl followed them. When they reached the river's edge, she stooped over the water to drink, whereupon the turkeys pushed her in and stood guard over her until she was bathed clean. She watched them pick her dirty, ragged dress to pieces and asked what she was to wear, reminding them that she had no other garment. Again, the oldest bird gobbled, and another turkey knocked a stick into the pool. Grabbing the stick, Turkey Girl struck the oldest turkey, and he instantly dropped a beautiful new manta. When one of the other birds came rushing toward the manta, Turkey Girl thought he meant to destroy it, and again she struck out with the stick, causing the turkey to drop a brilliant red woven sash. Two more birds came rushing toward her, and she thought, "They're angry with me for hitting their brothers, and they will surely peck me to death." She struck at them until her stick broke, then closed her eyes in fear. But as everything became quiet, she opened her eyes to see where the turkeys had gone. There before her were 6 turkeys holding out the new apparel they had dropped. She begged them to forgive her, promising that as long as she lived, she would never hurt them again. They all gobbled and let her out of the water. After she had dressed in her new manta, sash, and moccasins, 2 birds gave her strings of coral for necklaces and blue bands to hold back her hair, now long, clean, and shining black. She was beautiful. The turkeys looked pleased. They gobbled and gobbled, motioning for her to go. Hearing some travelers passing, she ran to see who they were, and when they saw the lovely girl, they asked her to come along to the celebration. She looked back at her turkeys and thought she heard the oldest one telling her to go, so she went. So this is actually a little bit ahead in the story. So remember this image because we're going to reference it here in a bit. When she got to Puyi, the ceremonial dancing had begun, and after watching for a while, she realized that everyone was staring in her direction. She did not understand that it was her beauty they were admiring. Even her foster mother was gaping without recognizing her. Soon, all the young men and even some of the older ones were asking her name and where she was from. Some offered her gifts, while others began to quarrel, and when the fuss erupted into a fight, Turkey Girl became frightened and decided to get back to Shupina as fast as her feet would take her. The crowd followed her for a distance, but her years with the turkey herd had made her nimble-footed, and she soon outran them. She was still trying to understand the crowd's behavior when she got back to her turkeys and sat down on a rock to tell them her story. While she was talking, her foster mother appeared, the celebration having ended early by the fighting, and when she spied the girl who had caused the disturbance, she asked, "What are you doing with my turkeys? Where is Turkey Girl?" When Turkey Girl answered, the woman recognized her and ran back to tell the quarreling men that the beautiful girl they had been fighting over was none other than a black-hearted witch called Turkey Girl. Hearing this, the men started out to find Turkey Girl and kill her, as was customary for all witches. However, the turkeys sensed danger to their mistress and led her away up the high mountains to the west, toward a sacred cave on the mountain top. They had almost reached the cave when they heard shouts from close behind. "There's the witch! Kill her!" As the pursuers aimed their stone hatchets, rocks, and arrows, a weird, beautiful turkey wing of monstrous size arose, hiding Turkey Girl and her flock, giving them a few precious seconds to enter the cave of shrines into a better land. After the girl and her turkeys disappeared, the giant wing vanished also, and when the foster mother and her accomplices approached, all they found were turkey tracks on the ground and echoes of gobbling coming from the canyon walls. Since that time, the mountain has been called Turkey Track Mountain by our people. They say many unbelievers have hunted there, but all have returned disappointed with the same story. "We heard turkeys gobbling in the canyons, but all we found were turkey tracks." And so there's the turkey tracks, but no turkeys to be found. And like I said, if you remembered this other image, this was the giant wing that protected Turkey Girl from the turkey's magic so that she could get away from them when they started hunting her. Isn't that interesting? These are the same guys that were like hitting on her and trying to flirt with her. And then once that awful lady said that she was a witch, then they immediately turned on her and wanted to kill her. But she was protected by the very tribe of turkey people that she had been taking care of. And this is my favorite story out of this particular book. And it's the end. It's just a short one. But I wanted to thank you all for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. I know it's a little bit late, and I meant to be here a couple days ago over the weekend, but I was just really busy this past weekend. So I do appreciate you all for being here. That means thank you very much in my language. Thank you for being here. I hope that you all have a great rest of your night, day, whatever it is, wherever you are. I wish you blessings to rain upon all of you. See you next time.